The first rays of sunlight bathed the Serengeti plains in a warm, golden glow. The air was alive with the sounds of the African morning. Insects buzzed, birds called to each other, and the grass rustled as unseen creatures stirred. This was a place of both beauty and danger, where life and death were constantly in the balance. The Serengeti was a place of endless possibilities. Every day, predators hunted and prey sought to escape their fate. The cycle of life continued, driven by instinct and the need to survive. On this particular morning, a drama was about to unfold that would pit two skilled hunters against each other. A slender mongoose emerged from its burrow. Its sleek brown fur shone in the morning light. The mongoose was a creature of extraordinary agility and speed. Its senses were sharp, constantly alert for any sign of danger or opportunity. Today, hunger gnawed at its stomach, urging it to find food. The wind shifted, carrying a subtle scent to the mongoose's keen nose. The scent was both alluring and alarming. It spoke of a potential meal, but also of danger. The mongoose knew this scent. It belonged to a black mamba, one of the deadliest snakes in Africa. The mongoose followed the scent cautiously, its body low to the ground. Every muscle in its body was tense, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. The tall grass provided both cover and a challenge, as the mongoose had to remain vigilant for any signs of danger. Its keen sense of smell guided it through the dense foliage, each step calculated and deliberate. It moved with a fluid grace, navigating the tall grass with ease. The mongoose's agility was a testament to its evolutionary adaptations, allowing it to thrive in such a challenging environment. Its eyes darted back and forth, scanning for any movement that might indicate the presence of a predator or prey. The rustling of the grass was the only sound, a soft whisper in the otherwise silent landscape. The snake lay in wait, coiled beneath a clump of dry leaves. It was a black mamba, one of the most feared predators in the animal kingdom. Its body was perfectly still, every muscle coiled and ready to strike. The dry leaves provided excellent camouflage, making it nearly impossible to spot unless one knew exactly where to look. The snake's eyes were fixed on the approaching mongoose, calculating the perfect moment to attack. Its black scales blended seamlessly with the shadows, making it almost invisible. The black mamba's ability to remain hidden was one of its greatest strengths, allowing it to ambush its prey with deadly precision. The shadows played tricks on the eyes, making it difficult to discern the snake's true position. It was a master of deception, using its environment to its advantage. The black mamba was a master of ambush, relying on its deadly venom to subdue its prey. Its fangs were loaded with a potent neurotoxin, capable of paralyzing its victim within minutes. The snake's reputation as a fearsome predator was well earned, and it had honed its hunting skills to perfection. As it lay in wait, the tension in the air was palpable, a silent countdown to the inevitable clash. In a flash, the mamba struck. Its movements were almost too fast to follow, a blur of motion as it lunged at the mongoose. The speed and precision of the attack were a testament to the snake's lethal efficiency. The mongoose, however, was not an easy target. It had faced such threats before and knew how to react. Its head shot forward with incredible speed, jaws agape, revealing deadly fangs. The black mamba's strike was a marvel of nature, a perfect blend of power and precision. The fangs, sharp and glistening, were designed to deliver a fatal dose of venom. But the mongoose was prepared, its reflexes honed by countless encounters with similar predators. The mongoose, however, was too quick. With a swift, agile movement, it dodged the attack, narrowly escaping the deadly fangs. The mongoose's speed and agility were its greatest assets, allowing it to evade even the most dangerous of predators. It was a dance of life and death, each movement a calculated risk. It leaped aside, narrowly avoiding the venomous bite. The mongoose's leap was a testament to its incredible reflexes and survival instincts. The black mamba's strike had missed its mark, but the danger was far from over. Both creatures were now fully aware of each other, and the battle for survival had truly begun. The first strike had been thwarted, but the battle was far from over. The mongoose and the black mamba faced each other, both aware that only one would emerge victorious. The tension in the air was electric, a silent testament to the primal struggle for survival. Each creature was a master of its domain, and the outcome of this encounter would be determined by skill, speed, and a bit of luck. The mongoose and the black mamba faced each other, their bodies tense with anticipation. The sun beat down on the arid landscape, casting long shadows that seemed to dance along with the two adversaries. Each movement was calculated, every twitch of muscle a potential prelude to a deadly strike. The air crackled with energy as the two predators circled, each looking for an opening. The mongoose, with its sleek fur and sharp claws, moved with a fluid grace, while the mamba, its scales glistening in the sunlight, swayed with a hypnotic rhythm. It was a dance as old as time, a primal contest of life and death. The mongoose knew that one bite from the mamba could be fatal. Its heart pounded in its chest, but it showed no fear. Instead, it relied on its agility and quick reflexes, honed through countless encounters with deadly foes. The mongoose's eyes never left the snake, watching for the slightest hint of movement. The snake, on the other hand, was wary of the mongoose's speed and agility. It had faced many challenges in its lifetime, but few as tenacious as this mongoose. The mamba's forked tongue flicked in and out, tasting the air, sensing the mongoose's every move. It knew that patience was key, that a single mistake could be its last. The mongoose darted forward, feinting to the left, then to the right. Each movement was a test, a probe to find a weakness in the mamba's defenses. The mongoose's muscles coiled and uncoiled like springs, ready to launch into action at a moment's notice. It was a game of inches where the slightest miscalculation could mean death. The mamba followed its every move, its head swaying like a cobra mesmerized by music. Its eyes were cold and calculating, its body a coiled spring of lethal potential. The snake's movements were almost hypnotic, a deadly ballet that could end in an instant. It was a predator in its prime, and it would not be easily outmaneuvered. The mongoose was trying to tire the snake, to wear it down and create an opportunity for a fatal strike. It knew that endurance was on its side, that if it could outlast the mamba, victory would be within its grasp. The mongoose's strategy was clear: keep the snake moving, force it to expend energy, and wait for the perfect moment to strike. The mamba, however, was patient and experienced. It had survived countless battles and knew the value of conserving energy. The snake remained coiled, its muscles relaxed but ready to spring into action. It was a master of its domain, and it would not be easily fooled by the mongoose's tactics. It would not be drawn into a reckless attack. The mamba's eyes remained locked on the mongoose, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It was a deadly dance, a battle of wits and reflexes, where only the strongest and most cunning would survive. The outcome was uncertain, but one thing was clear. In this deadly dance, there could be no second chances. Section 5, a near-fatal error. The sun climbed higher in the sky, casting long shadows across the savannah. The standoff continued, each animal testing the other's defenses. The mongoose, feeling the pressure of the hunt, made a critical error. It misjudged the mamba's reach and lunged too close. In a heartbeat, the mamba reacted. Its body uncoiled with explosive force, wrapping around the mongoose's slender form. The mongoose struggled to break free, but the mamba's grip was like a vice. The mongoose felt its breath constricting, its movements becoming sluggish. The mamba was constricting its prey, slowly squeezing the life out of it. Section 6, fighting fury. Fear surged through the mongoose, but it refused to give up. It thrashed and twisted, trying desperately to break free from the mamba's deadly embrace. The mongoose's thick fur provided some protection, preventing the snake's fangs from reaching its skin. But the mamba was relentless, its powerful muscles tightening their grip. The mongoose knew that time was running out. It had to act quickly if it was to survive this encounter. Drawing upon a deep reserve of strength, the mongoose twisted its head, its sharp teeth bared in a snarl. It bit down hard on the mamba's scaly flesh, feeling the snake's body convulse in response. Section 7, anticipation. The mamba, surprised by the mongoose's sudden counterattack, loosened its grip momentarily. That was all the mongoose needed. With a burst of energy, it wrenched itself free from the snake's coils. The two animals faced each other once more, both wounded, both driven by the primal instinct to survive. The mongoose knew that it had to end this fight quickly. It had already expended a great deal of energy, and the venom from the mamba's earlier bite was beginning to take effect. The mongoose's movements were becoming slower, its reactions dulled. Section 8, the final coil. The mamba, sensing the mongoose's weakening state, prepared to strike again. It coiled tightly, its head swaying back and forth, its deadly fangs glinting in the sunlight. The mongoose watched the snake's every move, its own body trembling with exhaustion and the effects of the venom. Time seemed to slow to a crawl as the mamba launched itself at the mongoose in a final desperate attack. The mongoose, anticipating the snake's strike, leaped to the side just in time. The mamba's fangs closed on empty air, its momentum carrying it past its target. Section 9, Nature's Embrace. The mongoose seized its opportunity, a moment of intense focus and primal instinct. In the wild, every second counts, and the mongoose knew this better than most. Its eyes locked onto its target, the black mamba, one of the most feared snakes in the animal kingdom. With lightning speed, it darted forward and sank its teeth into the back of the mamba's head. The initial strike was crucial, aiming to immobilize the snake before it could retaliate. The mongoose's agility and precision were a testament to its survival skills, honed over countless encounters with deadly predators. The snake thrashed wildly, its powerful coils whipping through the air in a desperate attempt to shake off its attacker. But the mongoose held on with a grim determination, its jaws clamped tightly around the snake's head. This was a battle of life and death, and neither combatant was willing to give up easily. Slowly, the mamba's struggles weakened, its body going limp, as the venomous threat it posed began to fade. The mongoose's persistence was paying off, its relentless grip and strategic bites gradually overpowering the snake. The once fierce and deadly mamba was now at the mercy of its smaller yet equally formidable foe. The mongoose had won the battle. It stood over the lifeless body of the mamba, a symbol of its triumph and survival. In the harsh realities of the wild, victory often comes at a high cost. But for the mongoose, this was a necessary fight to ensure its continued existence. The mongoose, exhausted but victorious, slowly released its grip on the dead snake. Its body heaved with heavy breaths, the adrenaline of the fight slowly ebbing away. The battle had taken its toll, but the mongoose's resilience and tenacity had seen it through once again. It had survived another encounter with a deadly predator, a testament to its strength and cunning. Each battle was a reminder of the constant dangers that lurked in the wild, but also of the incredible adaptability and survival instincts that the mongoose possessed. The mongoose rested for a moment, catching its breath and regaining its strength. In the quiet aftermath of the fight, it took a brief respite, knowing that in the wild, moments of peace were fleeting and precious. This brief pause was a chance to recover and prepare for whatever challenges lay ahead. Then, as quickly as it had appeared, it vanished into the tall grass, leaving the carcass of the black mamba to be reclaimed by nature. The cycle of life and death continued, a never-ending dance in the heart of the wilderness. The mongoose had played its part, and now it was time to move on, ever vigilant, ever ready for the next challenge.